end zone for a touchback here. The Titans offense set to begin the drive.
Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on fourth down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown. So now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it. Sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, a little more onus goes back on your ball club to try and pick themselves back up.
From the 39-yard line, here comes second down at 6. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. The Titans on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out.
Normally on third down and short yardage, you're thinking to throw to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the first down and then some.
Here we go, set, go.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on second down and 11. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. The line to gain is the 33 on third down. Well, looks like they'll move things around here. On third down, he'll drop to throw. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating the defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Well, the offense failed earlier on the previous crack at this, but they're going again on fourth down.
19 tight.
Going for it, here's Ward. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. So they convert on fourth, and now from just outside the 30, here's 1st and 10. To the air again, Ward. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down.
It's now 2nd and 6.
To throw, here's Ward. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. The Titans efficient passing on this drive. There's another first down.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
18, pioneer. Ready.
From the gun, Ward. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. Here's 2nd and 10. From the gun, here's Ward. That's to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete.
Well, this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting at once, you get first-half scores just like this one.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
Here we go.
Throwing is Ward. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And it's a Titans touchdown. Chigga Okonkwo. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Titans get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point splits the uprights, and that cuts the lead to 28-14. Boy, still a half plus to play, but it is a two-score game. They're going to go onside kick early. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. There's the Titan kick team as they run up and send this one away. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 30.
35-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And with a two-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room. Now Willis to throw. That'll be complete to Blue. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. Here's Willis. A short throw to Musgrave. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. Now 2nd and 5. Back to throw, Willis. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. Willis will look to throw it. That is caught. Now the Raiders going to burn their third and final timeout. So as they talk it over, we step aside.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll. And now they're set up with a 1st and 10.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
70 Ranger, 70 Ranger.
Back to throw, Willis. And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Luke Musgrave saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Raiders will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
Titans 14.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together. He's going to sling this deep downfield. Oh, man, it's caught inside the 10. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Cougar 19.
Boy, and now they can't even get a playoff. Of course, that flag accepted, and it backs the ball up 5 yards. Now Ward. A final shot before break. His throw incomplete. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. One more half to decide who takes home the Lamar Hunt Trophy as we're back underway in this AFC Championship. And we will not see a return to start the half as this will be a touchback. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And they have work to do in this second half if they want to earn that berth to the Super Bowl.
And I'm pretty sure this is where their coaches at halftime were saying don't panic and then demonstrating it by not making a lot of drastic changes to the game plan. Let's just get back to doing what we've been doing all year long. That should be more than good enough.
It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
This defense has passed its first 2 tests by forcing back-to-back incompletions. They know there's probably another throw coming on 3rd down. Let's see if they decide to force the issue by sending people on a blitz.
Now Ward. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
Just more frustration here offensively, and you can see it in their play and now in their body language. You know they were hoping to put a drive together to begin this 3rd quarter, but it's just not clicking right now, and it's going to be a quick call to the punt team.
Panther 60, Panther 60.
Oh, they're changing this at the line.
Panther 11, Panther 11.
Now Ward on 4th down. And that's going to be incomplete. A surprising move to go for it, and predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And that will force a turnover on downs. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. They'll run up the middle here with Blue. And he'll take it into the end zone for a later touchdown. Jaden Blue, 35 yards. And the Raiders are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll increase their lead to 28.
Titans, 14.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. Well, obviously you never want to fumble, but if you do, good to be towards the sideline and saves them the possession.
Saves the embarrassment, saves it going down on the play sheet as a turnover. But I still think it should go to the defense, even if they don't recover it. If you give up the football, you gave up the football.
Well, agree to disagree, I guess.
Can you tell what I played?
Yeah, you played. Oh, it's intercepted. He's trying to get it to Ridley. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
Intercepted. The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Come on. Set Bronco.
And now an audible here into something else.
Cup 19. Cup 19.
On 1st down, it's Blue. And he stopped immediately there. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
They'll try and run again with Blue. And he'll be brought down at the 21 after a pickup of 4.
I think we all suspected that they were going back to him after he found the end zone on his last carry. And they kept the positive momentum going there. Another nice run by him.
Drops it to Blue, complete. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. And they're going to at least line up to go for it here on 4th down.
Now Willis.
Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. The Raiders try it on 4th down, but to no avail. And it'll be a turnover on downs.
Panther 11, Panther 11. 70 Ranger, 70 Ranger.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he'll just get rid of it.
So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yes, let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
And that was almost intercepted. Could have been his 3rd pick of the game. Instead, it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Trap 60, trap 60. Dragon 60.
Ward. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far.
And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line.
Well, it certainly feels like this defensive group has figured this guy out to the tune of a big lead in this one. And you know that he's frustrated with how this game has gone. And now with back-to-back interceptions, he's got to find a way to get out of his own head and start making better plays.
19, Tiger, 19, Cup 19, Cup 19.
They go with Blue between the tackles. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
2nd down and 6 now.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Out of the gun, they run with Blue. And he gets it down to the 32.
69 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone. Give them 12 yards that time at a Las Vegas first.
And that's the kind of run you get when you know Super Bowl berth is in sight. They've got the lead. It's the 2nd half. All those weeks of wear and tear in your body just go away. He's running with purpose now, and that's a heck of a run.
And he powers through the first wave, but he's going to be swallowed up behind the line of scrimmage. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss.
At the 22-yard line.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
He was taken down.
That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a 3rd down and 12.
We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a 1st down. Now Willis to throw. He's got his target. That's complete.
And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1.
Another Las Vegas 1st down. 1st down and goal to go.
1 quarter remains until we crown the AFC champion. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Cowboy 80. Ready.
They're going to hammer in for the goal line. He loses the football. And that might be Titan football. It is.
You and I have been around teams, and they all have goals for games, don't they? And every team we've ever talked to says what?
No turnover.
Don't turn the ball over. 0. And they were that close to getting it done. Won't cost them today, but they'll hate that when they're watching the game tape.
Trap 60, trap 60.
Ward, following the fumble recovery, he'll throw. Shedding the tackle. And right around the 20, he'll head out of bounds. Good work after the catch. Gets him 15 and a 1st down.
And the Titans 1st down.
Here we go.
1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Dragon 60. Mustang 19.
Here's Ward.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped.
Now they'll change things up.
1st down Titans.
In motion right is Ridley. Throwing now, Ward. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Ward to throw once more. That's complete to DK. And a hard tackle there as he'll go down after a gain of about 5. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. So give him 2 yards there on the completion. And it makes it 3rd down and 2 yards to go.
And it's 3rd down.
From the shotgun, it's Ward. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. He's going to have the 1st down and then some. And he gets it all the way down to the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
At this stage, there's nothing left to do but to keep firing. And if you're a play caller, you may go off your sheet and use some things maybe you hadn't planned to in this game. Maybe that was one of them there that worked.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70, Trap 19, Trap 60, Trap 60, 70 Rangers, 70, 79 Broncos. Ready?
Ward again. Now a run here. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Cam Ward, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Titans go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points. Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. And that'll cut the lead back now to 21.
Makes the score Raiders 42, Titans 21.
So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. Team for the Raiders able to secure it. The risk reward of the onside kick. When you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling. And whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things, now that they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
Ready, ready? 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. Hey, alert motion. Ready.
Willis gets this into the hands of Blue. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
Ready?
And the line to gain here is the 37 on 3rd down.
Let's go now. Go.
They hand it off. It's Blue. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. A good gain there on 3rd and 8 of 7 yards, and now a decision here on 4th and 1. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th.
Buffalo 80. 18, Buffalo 18.
Willis looking to throw it. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And we'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. 4th down, no problem. Just a ho-hum pickup of 14 to keep the offense on the field.
First and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Go! Pat the 60, pat the 60.
On the give, this is Blue. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game.
First and 10 at the 13-yard line.
And they'll indeed take a knee. And the AFC champion has been crowned onto the Super Bowl. There cannot be a better feeling than this.
It's almost indescribable. And when we talk to players from the past, a lot of them mention getting to the Super Bowl, winning a conference championship, even before they talk about the Super Bowl itself. All that hard work to get to your goal, incredible.
And that does it for the conference championship. For Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And for our entire crew, we'll see you 2 weeks at the Super Bowl. This is the NFL on EA Sports.